Guys, it's your favorite loan officer, Justin Conrad with North Point Bank Providence. I am here with
Dave Nielsen with Keller Williams Realty.
And Jen McAuslin with Big Brothers Big Sisters of Rhode Island.
Jen's here today to share a little bit with us about her organization, Big Brothers Big Sisters, her experience, and exactly what they do in the community.
Thank you guys so much for having me. It's been wonderful to work with you guys, and this is something that as the Director of Business Development, I really love is connecting with people in the community and getting them excited about what we do. So for those people that may not know, Big Brothers Big Sisters of Rhode Island, first and foremost, we are a mentoring organization. We provide mentors that are background checked, trained, and ready to go with mentees between the ages of 7 and 14. They can stay in our program up until the age of 25. And in addition to mentoring, we also provide them with wraparound services and case management services for their families. I always want to bring out to anybody who has ever considered being a mentor. We have programs that sort of fit everybody's scheduling and needs, and we currently have over 350 boys waiting for Big Brothers. So if you've ever considered being a Big Brother, now is the time to do it. If you have heard of Big Brothers Big Sisters but were not aware we're a mentoring organization, you probably have heard about us through our donation center. So since the 90s, we have been in operation collecting clothing, shoes, and textiles, which we do sell by the pound to a third-party thrift store buyer, and that is 70% of the budget for those mentoring programs. So we literally could not do what we do without those clothing drives, and that is how I met Dave.
That's right. If I could, so a couple months ago, this is in the fall of last year.
Mhm.
I said I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I wanted to do something. Clothing drive was kind of like the first thing that popped in my head. I knew a couple colleagues that had done that, and it seemed to work okay. I said, let's try it. That was the entirety of the thought that I put into it. So I started emailing around and just like seeing, hey, who's going to respond to me? Thank you. You responded.
Of course.
And I remember our first couple of email interactions back and forth. It was you say, no, this is how it works. I'm like, no, it can't be that easy. And you're like, no, Dave, it's that easy. You just do this. I'm like, no, I hear what you're saying. It can't be that easy. And then I said, okay, I guess we just roll with it. Yep. Whatever happens, happens, right? So that day, on an unseasonably warm day in October, we pulled a truck up next to my Keller Williams office, and we opened it up, and I had people kind of just like flowing in over the course of several hours. And I forget the exact number, it was about 400 pounds of clothing that we were able to donate.
It's incredible.
It was so, and it's incredible, Justin, but it's so easy.
Yeah.
So if there's one thing that I wanted to communicate with the sit down today, is that if there's anybody in the community who does want to participate in a charitable endeavor like that, and they say, oh, I don't have the time, brother, you don't have 8 minutes.
Yeah.
You've got the time.
Yeah.
It's like, it's too hard. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do anything. Thank God I'm married. Because if I didn't have my wife, I would nothing in my house or my life would get done.
Yeah, I'm with that.
But I said, okay, I just put it in Jen's hand, and then it got done. And then I couldn't believe how easy it was. And we're going to do it again later this year. And, maybe this year I'll be able to do it in 7 minutes instead of 8.
Well, yeah, because you already know how it goes.
Right.
And, there's so many different ways that we can tailor a clothing drive. Dave and Keller Williams did it for one day. We're currently doing clothing drives with all of the Starbucks in Greater Providence for the entire month of February. So there's so many different ways to do it, and we absolutely try to make it as easy as we possibly can because you're doing such a good thing. And it's a really great way to engage your community, your team members, your clients, because you're not asking for time, you're not asking for money, you're asking for the stuff that you're probably going to get rid of anyway.
Right.
And do it in a mindful way that's going to help your community. We can even take stuff that's ripped, stained, or mismatched, stuff that you wouldn't necessarily give to somebody to wear again, and it will be recycled, and it still helps generate funds for big.
Fun fact, before Director of Business Development, which you are now, your role was?
I was the director of the donation center.
There we go.
So I did that for 6 years. Yeah.
Yep.
And clothing drives are a really great way to engage businesses, and they tend to be what I lead with people if they don't know where to go, because it's a really, like you said, easy way to do something that's good for the community and good for you. How many people have way too much clothes in their closet? I'm getting ready for that spring clean out, and it's a great way to start fresh and also help somebody in your community.
100%.
Yeah.
Yep. One of the ways that I was connected with Jen also was through her bowling event, which was last year. It was an amazing event, had a great turnout. We were able to connect several different police departments
Yep.
as well, bring them into the equation, get them involved and engaged with Big Brothers Big Sisters. And
Yeah.
I think the event's coming up again soon, right?
Absolutely. And so, like you said, you helped me buy my home, and I learned from that how passionate you were about connecting people with the community. So when we were having this bowling event last year, I really wanted to connect law enforcement with law enforcement specifically with our Bowl for Kids Sake event, because a lot of them I think would make great big brothers. A lot of them maybe haven't considered it before, and it's a really great opportunity not only to get them in there and helping with the fundraising aspect of it, but also to get them to see our mission in action, to see kids that are there with their big brothers and see how accessible it is.
Yeah.
And you were instrumental in getting those guys together. In fact, so instrumental that this year we actually have completely reformatted the way we're doing Bowl for Kids Sake.
Love it.
So it is coming up in March. We are continuing to have our community bowling event, which is on March 22nd. It is from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Lang's Bowlerama in Cranston. You can set up a team of family, friends, etc., and bowl and help fundraise for Big Brothers Big Sisters. And we've been doing that for years. However, we are starting an entirely new aspect of this. We are calling it Battle of the Badges and Battle of the Businesses, which is going to be on a Thursday. It's from 2 to 5, also at Lang's, and it's more focused on the friendly competition between first responders and between other businesses. So it's a networking event. We will have a lot of our big brothers and big sisters there as well to talk about the mission, but it's more geared towards professional folks, whether they are first responders or business people, in order to engage them in our mission without necessarily asking them to give up a Saturday,
Yeah.
because a lot of folks, especially if you have family, it's tough to give up your Saturday to spend it with your coworkers, so we
As much as we love our coworkers.
exactly. Oh, I love my coworkers, but I would rather hang
spend
out
it
with my
with
family
family
on
and
a
friends,
Saturday.
I love them 5 days of the week.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll tell you, at the event last year, it was a great event, but I walked in and I actually saw one of the kids that I coached with his big.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
it was pretty incredible to see him. I got to go over, talk to him, meet his mentor, and learn a little bit more about him. I'd seen him at 1 or 2 games, so it was pretty cool to see.
Yeah, we'd love to have everybody and anybody join us again this year. I know you're going to be in Vegas.
Yes, I am.
But,
unfortunately, I'll be supporting from Vegas though.
BBBSRI.org. You can sign up your team, whether you want to be a part of the first responder stuff and the professional night, or you want to bowl with your friends and family. We would love to have you.
Awesome. And I think Dave and I both feel the same way about community giving back and making a difference for other people. It's super important to do that. You can make a very, very big impact. Just one person can make a big impact. If you have a couple people together, you can make a significant impact. So this is just a way to help you find an organization that might be a good fit for you to give back to, donate your time to. Big Brothers, Big Sisters. You can reach out to Jen McAuslin anytime. Jen, what's the best way to reach you?
You can email me at jen@bigsri.org, or like I said, visit our website, bigsri.org. There you can find information about everything we just talked about, mentoring, clothing drives, or attend one of our events.
Awesome. Dave, anything?
No, that's fantastic. You guys said it. You said it best. It's summed up efficiently. I can just tell you again from personal experience that Jen makes it. If you're a business that wants to give back to the community, which is how we met, I can't tell you how easy that experience was. If you do want to get into mentorship too, so I mentored way back in the day before I knew you.
Really?
Yeah. We're like 2000, a much younger version of me.
All right.
But I tell you what, that's a life-changing experience too.
Yeah.
I was like 12 or 13 years ago. My little guy I mentored wound up joining the Marine Corps.
Wow.
I hadn't heard from him in years, and called me from like California and said, "Hey, I'm a Marine now." I said, "Whoa!"
That's awesome.
So it's kind of like just an older kid growing up. So I can't tell you all the stuff that you do and your fingerprint is on is just such a positive impact. And who's not looking for an opportunity to have that? You know what I mean?
Justin does a lot of mentoring too. Coaching is what we call natural mentoring.
Mm-hmm.
And how many hundreds of kids have you mentored over the years, would you figure?
Probably 30 to 40 every year. I coach 3 seasons, basketball, football, baseball. So it's a new group every year. And the impact you can make on them outside of sports, just in life, is it's a blessing to me to be able to do that. I love it.
Right.
Well, thank you both for everything you do for the community, including for Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome.
All
Thanks,
right.
Jen.
Thank you guys.
All right.